Okay, so next thing we're going to install on the ski is rudder line. Now a lot of people find this a little bit intimidating, but it is really easy, trust me, okay? So when you order rudder line from us, it'll come in a 10-meter roll like this. To install the line's really easy. First thing you'll do is remove your old line. You might need a snip nose pliers just to get the old line out of the barrel in the front adjuster. Apart from that, it's a relatively toolless installation. Okay, so we get our 10-meter roll, we go down to the back of the ski. So my routine, I start on the right hand side and I feed it into the conduit. Okay, so our lines come out through the conduit. Now we just need to line it up on the pedals and then connect it to the skis. Through the eyelet at the top of the pedal. And the clip at the bottom. We go through here at the front. Now it's important that you come back around and back through again. So then we've got our barrel adjuster. So we open that. The screw side of the barrel adjuster to the right of the ski. Pop the line through. Nice simple knot. Tie that off. And so what I'll do then, I'll just feed this back into its position, hold it there, and then I'll pull that slack back through. The adjuster's in place, and that's the right hand side of the front of the ski and the pedal set up. Okay, so we go back down to the back of the ski, pull the line through, taking that slack from the front, pulling that off. So I use the rear handle as a bit of a guide. I'll come in and I'll cut the line. So you can do that with the snips. So now we're going to install the left side. So in through the conduit hole. We repeat the process from the right through the top pedal, down through the clip and through the eyelet, and same as the right side, we bring that around a second time. Really important you do that. We've got the other side of our barrel adjuster, pop that through, tie that off. As we did on the right side, we just pull this back now into its position, pull the slack back. Okay, now we're going to join the barrel adjuster. Close that a few revolutions and then bring back the little lock screw on it. Tighten that. And then that's in position now. The slack's pulled back, you notice our pedals are back a little bit. We'll use that as part of the adjustment. So now we take the slack off the left side and then match it in length to the right. Get my little cutter out. So what we'll do now is pop the rudder in, spacers if they're required, composite cross piece, drop that down, grub screw hand tightened in, got 3 holes drilled on each side. So we come from the outside holes on each side. Okay, feed into the second hole. I'll take the line, it comes back around the loop and then back in on itself. Okay, so in through the little loop, And then we're back around on ourselves. And that's it. We're going to go back to the front of the ski now and see how the adjustment is. So we noted earlier that the pedals were back a little bit. What we're going to do now is tension up the lines. So 2 hands even on the pedals, squeeze it forward, and now there's a nice tension on those lines. We'll just run back down the back, and now we just check that our cross piece is straight, or you can check that your rudder's straight, whichever visual cue you want to use to make sure your lines are set correctly. Okay, so when I set the pedals after installing new line, I'll always set them back just a fraction, just a little bit aggressively, because when the ski's used for the first time on the water after new line's been installed, a lot of those knots that you've seen us put in will tighten, the line will get wet and stretch just a fraction, and then these pedals will come back into a neutral position. It's the very same thing on a brand new ski. So we give that a bit of a forward and back, and then we'll just check it once more at the back. Nice and straight. What we're basically trying to achieve when we set the system is that our pedals are straight and the cross piece is straight in line with the pedals. The cross piece might be straight, but the pedals might find themselves a little bit out of sync like this after you've tied off your knots, and it might just be off. So what we want to do here, so you'll see in this case we've got a gap here maybe of about 10 mils, okay? So what we want to do is split the difference basically. So if the rudder was off by that amount at the back, what I'll do, I'll bring this pedal that's more forward, I'll bring that back 5 mils, okay? And then I'll just feed this little bit of slack through, feed that down, and then I'll push this pedal forward nice and tight, and then I'll wiggle my pedals nice and straight. So when I go to the back of the ski now, if there was a discrepancy at the start, that will now have evened up. Our pedals will be straight and our cross piece will be straight. So just to reiterate that, what we're trying to do there is split that difference on the pedals. And then to finish the installation of the rudder lines, just pop our safety clip on. And then I'll just round out those. So we'll leave a little bit of slack on there. Hatch cover on. Installation complete.